Right. Hi, it's Hazy and welcome to my channel. Today we are making these, they call them policy envelopes, coin envelopes, something like that. I've made this one on video, I've made that one on video. Made them in two different ways. I'll show you the two different ways I've made them. You could use that at the beginning of a journal like that. So I'm holding this by one hand. I won't be doing that during the video. You can do it this way round, that way round in a journal. You can just use it on its own to put your bits and bobs in, things like that. I've got several of those actually myself. And there's this one as well. This is a smaller one. I've made them from scraps. I've made them from the leftover. So I've cut a slip off a 12 by 12 paper. So one was like 9 by 12 and the other one was 10.5 by 12, I think. So I've done them that way. And so I had quite a bit. You can make them with smaller ones as well. You can make tiny ones, but I would say make them with 160, although I say in the video 100 for some reason. It's 160 GSM or £59 a paper. I think that's probably the best sort. Or obviously, well, if you're using digitals, perhaps you could do it like that, or use 12 by 12 papers, which I've done. Okay, please subscribe to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up. Please press the notification button so you can find out when I upload videos, and also please share this video. Thank you so much, and let's go. Would you like to make one of these beautiful little, you don't have to have this colour. This is, can you see the design fault? But anyway, would like to make one of these little coin purses. I have made just now. Whoops. Going to, right, so what do we keep in our coin purse? You can glue them into your junk journal. You can keep little policy closure coins in there, look, which I've cut out with the inch punch. Yay, so there we go. So I'm going to make one of these. I'm going to show you how to do it. This one I have done. How did I do that? Oh, did I? Wait a minute. I don't know how I've done this. I've only just done it, but I don't know how I did it. How did I do that? Did I glue that inside? Oh, I glued that inside. Also, you don't get any seams on the outside with this one. I've managed to glue them inside. Brilliant. So you can glue them inside or outside. Normally I glue them outside your seams. So that depends. Right, and let's see if I can find a piece. I've got there's many different ways of making these coin purses, but this is one of them. Let's have a look what I've got over there. I've got this piece of paper, well, it is paper. I would use heavier card than normal paper. Let's think, what was it? I would use at least 100 GSM paper, which is £59 paper. Now that's not, I haven't got the colours for this, have I? Oh, I've got some pink ribbon over there, that'll do. Right, okay, so for my closure, I'm going to use pink ribbon, I think, for this one. Okay, so I'm just going to tidy up the desk. So how much did I cut off of that? Quite a bit. You can have these whatever size you like. I've hired my things, so hopefully you can see. Well, let's see how big my piece of card is. Obviously it'd be 12, I think it'd be 12 that way. Yes, that's the 12. Let's have a look at this side. Oh, this is 9. So it's going to, so my thing will be less than 9. I'd need to fold it sort of there. Let me get my scoreboard. Okay, right, this way. We'll see if it will be quicker. Am I going to do it that way or that way? I don't think it matters. If you're using it as a, if it's got a way round, you have to be careful which way round you do it. Because, and if you noticed on my parrot one, it had a way round. Bit of a design fault as well. I've covered up his, that's another thing, I've covered up his face and put his face there. So you have to sort of like watch what you're doing. Yeah, so that's the only thing about that. I don't think that matters, does it? Does it actually got a way round? No, I think it's all sort of anyway, because they're going anyway. So I'm going to see how big that is. 9 inches definitely. Yes, it's straight. But shall we have it? I'm not sure. You can have it short, long. You can have it that way round. Fold it. You could have it that way round. You could even do it like this and make a purse, and then fold in those flaps there, and then make a closure, which would be absolutely fine. I don't know whether to do that. That's definitely one I was going to do. Yeah, so this is 12 by 12, so let's do this one. Right, so I'm going to fold it about there, so that is, I'm folding it there, 5 1/4. Do you think that's enough? I want to be 5. Let's do it at, shall we do it at 5, just to be on the safe side? Right, I'm going to do it at 5 inches. So that's 12 inches wide, 5 inches, and making a score line. There we go. And folding it, so that folds beautifully. Okay. I do love this. I love using the scoreboard. Okay, so we'd need now to find out how big our flaps are going to be. Right. I would say 1/4 inch. I'd say 1/2 inch. Shall we say 1/2 inch? Oops. So 1/2 inch down, and again 1/2 inch on that side. There's several ways of doing this, obviously. It's kind of cool. That up. So you would glue that to, well, you won't glue it to that, but we could do. If you wanted to make a gusset envelope. I made those before. Right. My gusset envelope. Right, so what I'm going to do is cut these bits out. Oh, I won't use those. I've got a magnet on me, so that's in case I've got to put my pin down because I don't know. Right, so I'm going to just cut. You can cut on the outside of the fold on this bit. Outside the fold on that bit. I suppose you could. Only just though. I would try and follow the fold, but try and cut it off. So you don't get that bendy thing there. So let's cut that completely off. Just we've got to be careful there because of the what's the name, haven't we? Paper cuts. Yeah, got to be careful because of the paper cuts. I'm going to try and cut this one off as well, right against the fold, but cutting the fold off. See, I'm cutting that fold off. Can you see that? And where is my camera? Is it in the right place? It is. So over there. So I'm cutting the fold off. I'm even cutting probably slightly skew with because of the way I'm cutting it, nearly eye level. Right, so there we go. So what I'm going to do now is, oops, now rounding the corners, sort of like cutting off. You could obviously grab that and do it so it looks even on that side, depending on how you're going to do it. I'm going to have a go how I do it, just cutting it off. Right. Oh yeah, of course you'll need, wait a minute, is it this side? Oh no, you don't need a flap at the bottom, do you? But you will need possibly some sort of a thingy there. I might use my, I'll go ahead and use my 3-inch punch, my new 3-inch punch. Right, so now we're going to make a score line on, let's have a look, where are we? So 5, so it'd be 5 1/4 when you've got that folded. Is it 5 1/4? Somewhere like that. Let's just check. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'm going to have a go at using it. 5 1/4. I've got that idea of Sarah. Sarah of Jazzy Junk Journals. I haven't heard from her for a while. I think she's busy making a journal, because she was on about making one. Right, so I'm going to use my big new Datsun Creative punch. Right, so I'm going to do it, turn it, oh dear, got little bits of hair on there, and I think that was one of mine. Right, there we go. So I'm going to try and get that into the middle. Because it's a nice wide one, I'm using this. I'm not using it, wouldn't use it normally. I think it's very slight up there. Yay. You can measure it if you like, obviously. Look at that, nice and wide. Now, oh, I just remembered, why would I put, yeah, okay. You can either glue that into the sides there, or you can turn it and put it at the back like that. Oh yeah, that would do that, wouldn't it? So that'd be fine if you were sticking that in something. I don't know if it'd fit on the journal page, it might. If you just glue it into a cover of a journal or something. Let's find a journal. Let's find, oh, that'd be too small. I've got one that's too small. Right, oh, where's my, I did bring it in, I know I did. Journal. Oh, that's fine. It's deciding to try and escape, but it's fine. I know it doesn't go with it. But if you was trying to, this is my big journal. If you was gluing that on there, that way. Don't forget we've got policy closures on there, so that would be fastened. There's other ways of fastening them as well besides policy. I've got, I did a video the other day and that showed a different fastener, not for these but for something else. You could adapt it for that. I want the video on, it was one of the new, it was one of the beginner videos. Half an inch onward. Right, I don't think that's the actual thing. But anyway, let's just round the corners off this. You can actually round the corners off the bottom as well, if you want. If you've got one of these heavier ones. Oops, that's not done it, see? That has. Right. I don't know how big they are. No, as long as you don't put tiny things in there, you'll be fine. You can do that. Okay, so I'm going to use, this is what I've got my scissors for. I'm going to use that sort of glue. So I put my there. And everybody has tassels and things, but I'm not a tassel maker type. Right, shall I cut that off as well? Oh look, made a little pattern there. That's a nice little pattern. I'm going to cut this corner off as well. Just a little right angle, small right angled triangle. If you practice doing things like this, like cutting corners off and that, you'll get a lot better at it. You know, if you don't keep measuring. It's like using your eyeball, eyeballing. Right, I'm going to move everything off. Oh. Right, there we go. So there's this one. Okay, so I'm going to use my glue. I've taken the pin off already. I haven't got much of this left. I can't believe how fast this one's gone compared with the first one I got. Come on. Whoops, that's very, very straight, isn't it? Oh, I might as well do that. Okay. Whoa. And we need some sort of a... I've got some wipes in this room, but where are they? How come every time I need them, I can't see them? When you don't need them, they are there. I don't know if you've ever done this, but sometimes if you need a light bulb, and you think, oh, I'll have to get a light bulb. I don't know what sort of... I mean, we've got those long life ones now, but when we used to think to ourselves, oh, we need a light bulb. So we'll have to get one tomorrow when we go to the shop. And then obviously when it comes to the next day, you forget all about it. And then, and then of course, it gets dark and you think, oh, you know what I forgot to do? Get a light bulb. Okay, so now I need to open my little door. So I'm going to get some of those things out. Have I got a cut off? I haven't got a cut. Oh, I haven't got a cut off from that one, have I? But that's from the same pack. So that should match. That's vintage. That's a vintage one from the Works. Very cheap. It's very cheap. Very beautiful. Very cheap. So I'm going to get some of my little coins out. There we go. This is where you keep them. I think, oh, where are my coins? In this brightly coloured bag and packet. There we go. And I can see, I know where they are. So I'm using 3 of these little, what do you call them? Chipboards, don't you? But we call them cereal box. So chipboard pennies. Not even a penny, is it? You can use what size you like, obviously. But I do like that style of using the one I'm going to do. It's my favourite because I've glued it all down anyway. I'll have to I'll have to get a punch out a piece of. Punch out a piece of this 6x6. It's not 6x6. It's actually a part of a 12x12. But anyway, that would go on there. Look, you've got part of the pack that matches. Well, I've got a piece of. I've got some pink ribbon as well. So looking like I have. I think I have. Let's have a look. And because I was looking for ribbon from the other one, but I can't find my. Oh yeah, that'd be fine. Perfect. Right, so hopefully perfect. Let's glue these. So I'm going to glue the other ones as well. I always put about 3 down. What shall we do? Shall we put 3 down? Yes, let's put 3 down. Yeah, I'm just checking we're still recording. Okay, there we go. So I did it same as before. I did it. I left one on top ready for the next one, didn't I? So there we go, and we'll put that one on there as well, like that. Okay. Let's put that. We're not gluing it on, are we? Where's our? Right. This is what I love to do. These foam tape. You can actually use. Oh look, I'm using. I was going to use those. You can actually use. What do you call them? Brads. You can actually use brads. I'm going to do this twice the height because I'm going to put ribbon on, and it's quite hard to do when you haven't got ribbon when you haven't got it doubled. See, I know where my pin is. I know where my pin is, so you can, yeah, so it can shut up. Right, here we go. Let's put that on there. I'm going to put that on there. Try and make them about the same size, otherwise your ribbon will probably stick to it. Right, okay. which will be a lot of fun knot. Right, okay, there we go. And this one as well, I'm putting a little, I suppose you could stick it to the other one to make sure it is the same size, like, right, okay, like this. Stick it like that to make sure it's about the same size. Look, that one's not. Didn't do that on purpose. But you can just cut that bit off to make sure we've got that at the right size. Okay, now we need to stick that. Yep, that's our little coin thing on there. I've doubled it already. I'm going to peel that off to make that. Okay, so we can put our little quality closure on our little. Right, so we sort of make sure it's in the middle. How wide is this? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can eyeball it obviously, but it gives you a bit of practice. I haven't got the on end off that one. See, I'm doing it again, aren't I? Not showing you what I'm doing. Am I in shot even? Right, so there we go. Our policy closure underneath. You don't have to do that. You can do that. I've done that before. Put one there, one there. It works fine. So if you can't get it in the middle, you think, I'm going to be different, and you could do that. So I'm going to put this at the bottom. I'm going to tie a knot at the bottom, because I think sometimes it seems to matter where you tie the knot. So let's tie a knot at the bottom. Up underneath there like that, yes. And tie a knot there. Right, so that's one. This is one way of making a. I'm using these scissors, so you can still use the scissors, even if it's got a pin on it and a magnet. Right, there we go. So that's there you go. See, it's perfect. And you can store what you like in there, your bits of stuff and that. But that's quite a flat one. I mean, I have got one where you've got a gusset to it. It's quite a, well, it makes me, it's not an, what do you call it, edited video though. So it's quite long. But if you want me to remake the gusset video, I love doing that. I love doing things like this. With yeah, I like making practical. I love making. I'm not very good at 3D. Yeah, 3D models and things like that. But things like this, I love making. So I made this last night. Let's show you that. I made to store my stuff in. I can do that. That's made from a cereal box with some nice 12 by 12 panels all over it. It's not even quite matching, but it's absolutely practical. Perfect for me. So there's that. This one. Right, so what we could do quickly is just show you how to make a, I'm sure you know how to make them, one that's a bit more like this. Luckily I haven't got the I don't know how I managed that, the closures on the front there. Oops, that's showing there. I was going to make sure that's not showing. It's because I've tied the... Right then, let's get a piece of something else. Now I've got to find, if you find a bit of scrap. Don't know if I've got any more scraps. Handy anyway. I've got plenty of scrap. What's this? There's something in there. Yeah, I haven't used this one yet. Now, I haven't got a scrap handy. Like, imagine it was wide. So you've got a wide scrap. Because that was a say, well, that's that. It doesn't matter if you've got a wide scrap or a narrow scrap. You can do it if you've got a certain. This has got to be a certain way round, though, hasn't it? So that's going to be different. Right. So what I'm going to do is cut off that there. Imagine that's it. This is how you get it that way around. I don't think the flap will the flap be depending on which part we use. whoops. Okay, whoops. Let's see, yeah. So what I'm going to do is use that bit there, and that's 6 inches, isn't it? So I'm going to make it longer. I'm going to make it, is it about 8 inches? I think that's probably 8 inches. Is that the full length? Yeah, let's make it, because then we can fit it in our junk journal, can't we, then as well? Okay, so that doesn't look straight, but it is because, just a minute, that doesn't look straight, but it is, it's just the way the writing looks. Okay, that's definitely straight. So I've done 12 inches by 8. Now, so we're going to do it to the side. So if we're going to keep, because we want to keep that the same right way up, this is a lot slimmer paper than the other. So I'm going to just fold this, give it an inch there, look. So we can fold it like that. You can also fold them in different ways. Obviously, if you've got 2 pieces of paper, you could put them together, and 2 pieces of scraps, and you could put them together, couldn't you? So that one folds like that. So you'd have that there. You could put it inside if you like that. And let's cut down this side. Oops. Okay, I'm going to cut down about, say, 2 inches. 2 inches, I don't know. I don't even know it. I don't even usually do inches. Yeah, but my brother says to me I've got to use inches, because he's an imperial. He likes the imperial measurements, and he's really pleased to know that I was using inches on my videos. He likes them. He likes it. Okay, so I'm going to cut that off there. Right, you can actually do it with a ruler and a knife if you like. Now I'm just remember that is not straight, so I'm going to, that's not, the writing's not straight, but I want to try and do this straight. So I'm going to put it like that. I'm lining it up on this edge there, can you see that? And obviously making sure that edge there is flush, so I can make a good guide like that. I'm going to cut the fold out so we don't get a bendy bit. Whoops. There. Whoops. You could cut it out a little bit further if you like, obviously, because you've got plenty of room to put your hands in. Although you have got plenty of room anyway, because you have the flap open. Right. Oh yeah, we cut the flap off, don't we? So we cut the flap off. I'm just going to cut it off straight for now. Measuring on my mat, a bit further down, I think. Right, let's have a look. It's about, yeah, it is a little bit. There we go. That's off. So that's now there. We've got to do a bottom flap as well. Yeah, so what we'll do is cut that bit off here. So I'm just going to cut about 1 inch up there. Doing the same, trying to find the line. Cutting the fold off. Cutting that fold off. Oh, I sort of cut the fold off. So now we've got to cut this bit as well. Cutting the fold off there. I think that's less than 1 inch, isn't it? Oh, that's more than, I think that's more than 1 inch. Never mind. Right, okay, so now we've got it straight. So obviously I'm just turning the flaps like that. You can put it like that if you like, because then you can make sure, then you can be certain you can get all the stuff in. I'm going to cut off the corners. Now this is practice, so if you can't do this straight, then you need either practice. I would try and practice rather than measure it. then you don't have to mess about. There we go, and I've got to cut that one off as well. So if you wanted to put it up there like that, nothing wrong with that one. Oh, not very good corner there. Yeah, I think I'm going to glue mine inside because of the corner there. Let's have a look. Oh, that's not very straight. It's because of all the eyeballing, so you just have to adjust it if you want to. Making sure we're in short, right? So we can put. I'm going to glue mine inside like that. Going to do that. Now, if you were going to put a policy closure, I can't say it. If we're going to put a policy closure, so you've got plenty of room to put get your stuff in port. Just a minute, I'm just going to do my. Oh, I've still got that upside down from the last time. So I'm going to put that in there. Just trying to eyeball. Nice big 3-inch punch. This is. There we go. So I'm trying to. So if you was going to put a policy closure on that you had to put a brad through, you would do it now. Obviously, I'm not going to do that because I do the other method, which I like, which I prefer, because it doesn't have to go through anything and you don't have to cover anything up and all that. Right, okay, have I got any ribbon? Have I got anything to match this? Oh, have I got some grey? I think it was brown. So I'm going to glue and try and glue to the edge as well if you're doing it in there, because then you won't get anything caught. You've got to make sure it doesn't stick. Obviously. Right, so you do this. So that should theoretically stick. So bone folder time. Let's get the bone, because that's what they do, don't they, on these? Get the bone folder in there like this. There we go. Then that's all the right way around. Yep. And that doesn't matter about that because and that's the right way around as well. Okay, so quickly let's get you know how to do this now, so I will start to wind down. Need some more because I think I've used them all, but I think that's a very good way of keeping them all together. And if you wanted to use the edge of your cereal boxes, the bits that you don't use, then that's a brilliant way of using them up. Okay, as well. So I've also got a Facebook group if anybody would like to join me. I have 7 members at the moment, so you'll be a founder member if you join me right now, which is brilliant. And I've had some good advice from people already. Even though they're beginners, some people are beginners, and we share tips, things like that. I'm asking you nice questions about your stuff and that, and it's lovely to introduce yourself as well, which would be great. Where you're from and how long you've been junk journaling for, things like that. I don't know whether I can put a link on. I'll have a go in the description. I like to add things to my description. Yeah, so we're going to put things like that up on there. I'll probably share my videos on there as well. I've got some on there, but not all. Right, I'm going to decide to perhaps cut some out of this colours. A couple of flowers on it this time. You could use it obviously that way around if you like. Whoops, that way. Because that's what the cover is like inside. There we go. Oops. And also, let's think. Yeah, I could put more. I could put actually more stuff about my new. You know those pockets that you all like. I've got some very different ways of doing it. I've done 2 videos on them. One, the original video, and also the one that I've got lots of views on. So I've got some ideas. That's a brilliant. I've just remembered that's a bit, and that'd be a fantastic way of sharing them on the, rather than making another video, because I've already made 2 videos on it, and I don't think, you know, there's, well, I'm going to glue it. Do we glue it? Do we put these on? So it'd be a great way of sharing that. If you want to come along as well. It's called Hazy Crazy Arts on Facebook. I don't know whether I've only got that one. I haven't really got any. I brought all these down. Now, which one goes with it? I need a purpley, really. I don't think I've got one. That one matches that just about. Let's think. Let's think. I don't know. I've got some ribbons upstairs, some brand new ones, but I'm not using them. Right, so I'm going to just put one down. I'm going to use that green. My children and well, some of my kids and my brother say that purple and green go really well together. So I'm going to take them at that word. There's my other one that's there. Okay, and I'm going to do that. Okay. Yeah, my brother, my youngest brother, he swears by purple and green. I painted this kitchen purple and green. I think it still is purple and green, actually. Right, so let's have a look which one we're going to put on the bottom, which one on the top. Put that one on there and that one on. Yeah, let's do it that way around. So I'm going to put that in the middle somewhere. There, that's, if I can imagine that's the middle. Putting it down, yeah, so I can press that down now. On this one, I'm only putting one on this one because I'm going to definitely use embroidery thread, and I'm going to use the duller green wherever it is. This one, probably you like the green. It's a very nice colour. Some greens are a bit weird to me. I don't like some greens. Let's see, is it this one? That one's no, it's that one I don't like. I'm not keen on that one. Really bright green, this sort of green on that. Not keen on that. I like bluey greens, and I like, oh, lime green's nice, mint green's nice, khaki green's nice, if you call khaki green, it's brownish. I like that colour, but not them. Must be there's something to do with my design. I'm quite dark. I've got brown eyes and reddish, naturally reddish brownish hair. So I don't know. You'd think they would, wouldn't you? That's the sort of thing there. So that's 2 different ways of doing this. There's plenty of other ways. You can make them with 2 pieces of paper and glue the sides in the bottom as well. So if you've got 2 pieces of scrap you want to make them out of, things like that. You can make them small, you can make them big, you can make them brightly coloured like my parrot. Well, it's not parrot, is it? It's a macaw one. If you remember to design it a little. I've used 2 on there and I shouldn't have, because I was going to use ribbon, and that's why I didn't use 2 on this one, because the embroidery thread is getting caught up in the doubles. Let's get it off. Oh, I see, it has got fastened on, so I might change that. But anyway, there we go. That's how we do them, and this one as well. So with the ribbon, Beautiful, beautiful, pretty. That's not, probably the ribbon does go exactly with the colour, but that's what I had handy. And it's fine. There we go. So you could stick that down in something, or you could, yeah, that's another way of doing it, isn't it? As well. Or the inside or the outside. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share this video. Please press the notification bell. And please give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And now I can put my pin back in my glue. Because I knew exactly where it was. Yay! Bye. Thank you.